to asking the devotees of civil rights, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We can never be satisfied.
57 years later, and Dr. King's message still rings true to this day. I personally figured I have a platform and I have a voice, and I should make it be heard. These are just my opinions. You don't have to like them. First, I want to start off, George Floyd's death is one of the greatest tragedies in American history. Why? Because a man knelt on another man's neck for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. You know how much time that is? I feel like 9 minutes is so long. You have the time to think that what you're doing is wrong and change it. And yet, here we are. So you go into that situation with intent, basically, to kill a man. There's another police officer with him who does nothing. And to me, it's a travesty. I think that there are a lot of racist police officers out there. Do I believe that every police officer is racist? Absolutely not. But it doesn't matter the color of their skin, they're still racist. I think there should be a nationwide investigation into the police force to see what's going on and how they're hiring these guys. Some kind of background into these people to see what's going on. I also heard last night that the man who killed George Floyd is on suicide watch. And am I supposed to feel remorseful or bad because this guy wants to kill himself? No, absolutely not. He should have to live with what he's done for the rest of his life. Doesn't matter if he's sorry he took another man's life. All of us, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting here and next to me is a black man. That's just the color of their skin. Inside, my heart is the same. It's not white, and his heart is not black. We have the same beating heart that makes us human. Who cares about the color of our skin? Racism shouldn't even be a thing anymore. We have mixed couples and mixed babies. Racism should not be around. We should love our fellow man, not hate. And I'll tell you what, you're not born with hate. Hate is taught. Maybe if we stopped teaching people hate, we wouldn't have what's going on today in this world. Now, don't get me wrong, I am all good with the protests. I think protesting is absolutely okay. I think it's great. I think if you get in the streets and you stop the cars from going where they need to go, it means they have to get out and listen to the message that you're trying to portray. I also think that, I believe it was down in Atlanta where they laid on their stomach with their hands behind their back and they yelled, "I can't breathe" for 9 minutes. I think that's great. I think it's great that in Michigan, where all the cops took all their riot gear off and walked with protesters, I think that's great. You know what else I think is great? I think it's great that T.I. believes that July 7th, all African American people should not spend a dime. That is a great way to protest. That'll really hurt somebody's pocketbook. And it's smart. It's a way to do it peacefully but still affect change. But I do have a question. What's all the looting actually doing? Is looting going to help bring George Floyd back? Is looting going to help people understand where you're coming from? No, it's not. At all. But if someone can tell me what looting is doing, maybe I'll go out there and loot with people. I just don't feel like looting is the answer. It's not. You're going to tell me that you're going to affect change by breaking into Gucci and Nike and Walmart and Target and the mom and pop places where guys have saved money their whole entire life just so they can run a business? And you're going to tell me that's going to affect change? No, all that's going to do is breed more hate. Also, I personally believe that the comments made by the orange man, Donald Trump, are ignorant. I don't understand him. Why? Because he calls his governors weak because they won't do what they need to do to the protesters? What do you want to kill them? It's easier said from a small little bunker underground than when you're out on the streets seeing what's actually going on. I don't understand. We need to do something to get him out of there. They say actions speak louder than words, and that is for sure when you're hiding. You're not a president for the people. You're president for yourself because you want your own personal gain. And this has nothing to do with my actual political views. I just think Donald Trump is a moron. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he shouldn't be in office. And maybe instead of us lighting cars on fire and looting and hurting other people, maybe we should be protesting the government, not just the police. Maybe start at the top. Because if you topple the head, everything else changes because someone else is put into power. It just doesn't make any sense to me that we're not doing more stuff at the White House or courtrooms when people are getting tried for murder and stuff like that. That's where we should be protesting at. Not in front of a mall or a shopping center. What kind of protest is that gonna lead to? Probably a violent one. Why? Because the cops are going to become increasingly violent, and that tends to be the factor. My personal opinion is that it starts off peaceful, and then they tell everyone to go home, and people won't leave, and then the cops use tear gas, and that's kind of when it gets out of control. I think we need to love our fellow man. The guy next to you, the woman next to you. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. The color of their skin doesn't make who they are. It's the content of their character. It's their personality. Thanks for watching. Black Lives Matter.